suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh.
Yo. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching from. This is Maiyegun Live. And thank you so much for joining me. I decided to title this conversation tonight about the rumored or planned arrest of Sunday Igboho and so many other brave young men and women who are out there, doing the right thing, rebuilding confidence, bringing about safety, sense of safety to the people that the government seems to be powerless in protecting. So the rumored arrest of Sunday Igboho for going after Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land. Documented. I managed to capture a few videos from Ishokon Yoruba. If you go to Ishokon Yoruba YouTube, Ishokon Yoruba YouTube and Facebook pages, yeah, you see some of these videos there. So I capture a few just to bring to reality what I'm about to share with you tonight. Like I said in my previous videos, that we won't stop talking about it, even though the effort is to probably underplay the danger, the seriousness of this, and possibly get some people punished for daring to do the right thing, or people having to cherry pick as well. Like, why would that be that person? Why should it be that? Why not that other person? Meanwhile, people are dying. The report is there. We have victims. We have people who are already victims of this insecurity in Yoruba land. And we don't have to wait. You don't have to wait till you become a victim too, before you believe that something is wrong and something is terribly wrong. And there are victims of the consequences of this wrong. There are victims of that. So we have people who stood up to say, no, yeah, we are not going to just sit back. Not just going to sit back and complain. We're going to take action. We're going to walk out there. We're going to question these guys. And eventually this is getting to the nerves of some people, powerful people in Nigeria or in Yoruba land, or maybe in Oyo State. We don't know. But we have a rumor that the governor of Oyo State is being pressured to stop Sunday Igboho from all the nonsense he's doing, going about chasing Fulani out of their settlement and all of that. Nobody wants to question their settlement. Nobody wants to ask who gave those settlements, who gave Seriki Fulani and all of that to any Fulanis in Yoruba land, who gave that approval, and from when and how did they arrive at that conclusion? So nobody wants to ask, because politically it is dangerous to ask. If you want to survive in Nigeria, whether you're a Yoruba, Igbo, or Hausa, or Fula, whatever you call yourself, right? If you want to survive politically in Nigeria, you have to be ready to look away, look the other side whenever your people are being killed. You can call it conspiracy theory. You can call people overreacting, but the story is true. There are victims. And you, my brothers and sisters in Yoruba land, àsìkò ti tó fún wa láti ṣe kíni, láti tagiri, láti jígìrì, àsìkò òṣèlú, tí wọ́n sọ gbogbo ẹ̀ di ọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú. Tá bá sọ bí wọ́n sọ dòṣèlú, tá bá sọ tọ̀ wọ́n sọ di òṣèlú. Ọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú wọn ti kó bá àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá báyìí sìn. Àná àti láwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó tún dìde, àwọn kan ti fẹ́ ṣe ìtánà di wọn, àlọ́yé sọ ẹ̀nà ìtánà di wọn. We have Yorubas who have stood up, young Yorubas who have stood up genuinely. We are not just talking. They are acting. And some people seem kind of uncomfortable with that. So they are uncomfortable with us thinking about saving ourselves, protecting ourselves. Some people will be like, well, we don't just like the approach. I'll begin to share some of these videos with you now. But before we proceed, remember, if you haven't done this, please do. So I keep saying something, and I love saying it and repeating. I love repeating this. When it comes to saving people's lives, when it comes to protection, when it comes to this, especially the sense of protecting humanity, I don't care who you are. I don't care whether you are a Christian or a Muslim, whether you are, a Yoruba man or an Igbo man, a black man or a white man. Humanity should at least prevail against any other thing. Feel human. If your religion is going to make you so angry that you want to kill somebody that you disagree with, be human first. Put the old love aside. And we have people who are like, well, it is either us or nobody. But they are not forthcoming too, playing politics with the business of security, especially the Yoruba land. In Yoruba land, where we were known, we are actually known as people who are like, warriors, people who defended themselves historically. Today, that is now becoming a challenge, because securing or protecting yourselves in Nigeria today is now politics. So if you do that, you may be, or you will be rather, considered as the enemy of state, while those who harm themselves and committing crimes against the state are considered as disgruntled. Whatever you can make of that. But some people took action. Sunday Igboho has been doing it for about a few years now. But this latest one is because of another upsurge, increase in the insecurity problem in this area of Oyo State as well. Here is what happened. And in sequence, I also read the story of, I actually have the video of the father of someone who returned to Nigeria. Here is what I've been telling some of you who are not living in Nigeria. Most of my friends, most of my viewers, they don't live in Nigeria, okay? And this is their plug. Maiyegun's diary is their plug to know what is going on. And if you are a Yoruba man who loves Maiyegun so much, that is why this is so important that you are here, because you are not in Nigeria. You are far away from the danger of almost all the dangerous things that happens in Nigeria all the time, the projected one, the one that have happened and all of that. You have been away from them, rather. Far away. You can look away. You can live your life. You can pretend that you are not bothered, because you shouldn't if you want to. But the reason why Maiyegun continue to remind you that you should be bothered about what is going on in Nigeria, especially what is going on in Yoruba land, your own ancestral land where you come from. A young man returned to Nigeria. Well, not young man, but a Yoruba man returned to Yoruba land. And from his own savings after living in Germany for years. He returned to Nigeria, bought land, and started farming, a big one, something that probably would have excited the people of that community, that a son returned from overseas and he started a business that is going to be beneficial to the people. Think about that. Is that not your dream? To make money in America, go back to Nigeria one day because they are telling you, something is telling you that the opportunity is still there in Nigeria. People are just not seeing it. I'm talking to some of you who continue to tell yourselves that Nigeria is where you are going to return to because you believe that once you make your money from wherever you are living right now, one day you have to, it's a must, you have to go back to Nigeria because it is a must. Maybe it is a must for you. There are many people have been, leaving Nigeria, returning to Nigeria after some years and all of that. They've all had their stories to share. Not bad. Yeah. But this man returned to Nigeria to start farming. A big one, rich guy, right? They kidnapped him. They killed him. Fulani terrorist. And that is what prompted the reactions of the young people in that area to chase out all the Fulanis in their forests and all of that. They captured it on video. There are many of them that they were caught with guns. I'll share it with you. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba, but just follow the the video. You will understand what is going on. I have few. The young man that is leading this is considered Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho, who happened to be a political thug himself for a very long time. Sunday Igboho is also known as a popular land seller or land grabber in Oyo State. He is not that cleanest guy that should lead the fight, which will push many of you Yorubas away and possibly feel irritated by, with what they are doing. I understand, but where are your honorables? Where are your honorable leaders? Where are the people who call themselves honorable men and women in Yoruba land, facing this battle, being honest, standing up firm, being open and honest about what is going on without politicizing it? Where are they, your honorable men? This guy led other the youth of the area to go after these criminals. And these are some of the clips that were returned from there. So let's start with this one first.
Ìgangan ni bàbá wa ṣí Sunday Igboho Adéyẹmọ wọ́n ti wà ní ìlú Gangan. Gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní yẹn pátá dẹ̀ ni bàbá ti ń lé kúrò nínú ìgboro Gangan. Ẹ máa wo ìlú Ìgangan la wà yìí. Bàbá wa sọ pé no more Fúlàní, action ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn ní ìlú Gangan la wà yìí. Bàbá ti lé everybody àti Fúlàní o, wọ́n ti lé gbogbo wọn náà ti lé lọ. Ìlú Gangan náà ṣì la wà yìí báyìí. Gẹ́gẹ́ tí bàbá ṣe kúrò lọ́dọ̀ kábíyèsí tó dẹ̀ ti béèrè ọ̀dà lọ́wọ́ kábíyèsí, gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní yẹn pátá ni àwọn boys ti lé kúrò nílùú Gangan báyìí right now.
That's the first one, right? But before you go to that, if you want to see how that happened, here, one sec, let me bring that up. Let's start with this.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ni ẹ ti ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu àwọn ará ìlú gbèlú ní ìlú Ìgangan nínú pàlàpàlà uncompleted building tí àwọn ajínigbé Fúlàní bòròró tí wọ́n ti ń gba owó lọ́yàn tó tún máa pààyàn níbẹ̀. Inú building náà ni bàbá ń wọ̀ báyìí. Ẹ wẹ́ sáájú. àwọn Fúlàní náà ni wọ́n sá lọ lọ́nà wí.
ẹ wo wọn. àṣẹbí ìlà òrè wà sàpamọ́ sílẹ̀ tó. àṣẹbí ni wọ́n àrọ́ sílẹ̀ tó.
wọ́n ti lé wọn lọ. wọ́n ti lé wọn lọ.
àwọn ni wọ́n lé lọ. ibi lẹ́yìn ọ̀gá
wọ́n ti gba 6 million lọ́wọ́ yẹn. wọ́n ti gba 6 million tá tí gbogbo aráàlú yóò mọ̀ pé mí ìnáwó wà.
ibi wọ́n ń gbé bọ̀ ní.
ẹni tí wọ́n jí gbé gan kò mọ bí wọ́n gbóhùn sí. pẹ̀lú ògbó Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú agbára Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú ìrànlọ́wọ́ yín sà.
kẹ́yìn náà kẹ́ dìde kò ṣe kókó wẹ̀ kọ́ máa rí yín mọ́. ó ya aṣáájú ti wà báyìí ó yẹ gbéra kẹ́ dìde. ó ṣàgbéná. aṣáájú ti wà ẹ dìde kẹ́ support.
aláwọ̀ ni wọ́n lọ ní àwọn tú mi adébáyé wọ́n tú mi àwọn ni wọ́n lé lójú odò ni wọ́n tú gidigidi eré burúkú o adébáyé ni wọ́n àsàpamọ́ sí. ilé wọn ní ibi tó wà ní.
The area is called Igboho. That's a kidnapper's den. The villagers in the area, àwọn ará àdúgbò yẹn, the people around the area, the village, they don't even know that. They didn't know that Fulanis, they have their kidnappers den in their village, just not too far from them, until this Sunday Igboho and his team, until they got to that village, took permission from the king, and they decided to go into the forest there. Did you see them running away? Well, next time they may not be running away. You see all the videos you are seeing right now, that some people are really going to get mad when they begin to see them, and they're already reacting. Why should Sunday Igboho be? People were kidnapped. People were paying millions from what they were saying in that video. One of the victims who escaped from them in that village, one of them paid 6 million naira as ransom. He didn't even know that it was actually being put. I mean, it was being kept in a village so close to another Yoruba village. Kidnapped, walk and trekked kilometers, hours in the forest, and they keep them in uncompleted buildings. Sometimes they keep them in far further in the bush. What happened? What you saw right there should have been the policemen, Nigerian police, or Amotekun, doing their normal security work, rounding them up, questioning them, prosecuting them. But Nigeria is a jungle. So people are now taking the laws into their hands in order to feel safe. Imagine people you don't know from nowhere, no identity, no nothing, camping in Yoruba land, going on the highway, motorway to kidnap Yorubas, put them in captivity, kill them. I have another one. Watch this.
Hold up.
àwọn Fúlàní náà ni wọ́n sá lọ lọ́nà wí.
ẹ wo wọn. àṣẹbí ìlà òrè wà sàpamọ́.
So do you see them running away? Here is the video of that man who returned from Germany to Nigeria. So they decided to visit his family after they killed him. He returned from Germany to Nigeria, started the farm, right? He got kidnapped. They paid them the ransom, but they still killed him. So here is the same guys who actually unveiled the kidnappers den there, right? Sunday Igboho visiting the farm. I'm sorry I couldn't put a video on, but I'll let you listen to the audio. You are likely going to hear the audio. So I'll show you.
tí àwọn
That's the father.
Gẹ́gẹ́ tẹ́ ṣe ń rí gbogbo tí wọ́n ti ṣe ní àti àárọ̀, pàápàá jùlọ pé kí òpin kó dé bá gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní àti Bòròró tó ń wá sí ilẹ̀ wa tó wá fẹ́ máa kó wa ní ẹrú. A lè lọ sí ìlú wọn láti lọ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Nítorí náà ni bàbá wa ṣe Sunday Igboho Adéyẹmọ ló ṣe gbéra dìde ló ń wá sí ìlú yìí. Iṣẹ́ ribiribi ni wọ́n ti ṣe. Màá fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwọn náà kan sọ̀rọ̀ sí ohun tí ó lọ àti nǹkan tójú wọn ti rí láti ìgbà tó ti dé sí ilẹ̀.
Just briefly. Sorry, I wish I could put the video on there for you, like share it with you directly. I'm a Yoruba man. I've never been to a Gangan. I've never been to many parts of Yoruba land. But I'm a human being too. Same way I feel towards the people who are now powerless, abandoned, ignored by the authorities in Nigeria. People who are now powerless in northern Nigeria. As much as we all take the critic route to drag them here and there are victims that they have abandoned. So here we are in Yoruba land. People are being killed. I told you late last year, I said, from the reports, and I'll repeat it again tonight, and I hope that the government and those who are the advisors to Seyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, I hope they will see my video. Hopefully. Number one, I want to feel like, I want to still believe that it is a rumor. There is nobody in his right senses that will call the effort that is now going on in Yoruba land, the effort of Yorubas being aware of the dangers around them, coming around them, right? I don't think anyone in his own right senses, right, will order for the arrest of Sunday Igboho for standing up and doing what they are doing right now. Rather, they will call to work with him. Let's still think it is a rumor, considering the personality involved, Seyi Makinde. Let's give him a benefit of doubt. But I told you late last year, I said, from what we have received, from the intel we received, from those who are indeed following the latest development in Yoruba land, they said it is just a matter of time that the Fulani terrorists as they are, they have these abundance cells, sleeping cell for their men that are across Yoruba land, that they can overrun Yoruba land just within a week. And many Yorubas will have to surrender by the time they realize that they have already been invaded, they have already been covered, wrapped up. There's no escaping there's no escaping door for Yoruba. So they told us, they said they have them. All it takes now is just for somebody to just give the order and say, oh yeah, start. And that's it. We'll just be having our own Yobe, our own Niger, our own Adamawa Shibok, our own, Borono, yeah, especially Borono. We'll begin to have them in Yoruba land too. It's just a matter of time, because late last year, they said when we get to 2021, part of what Yorubas will begin to get accustomed to is that popular people, popular, very, very popular people, or powerful people, so to say, or, rich people, people that you will believe that no matter how bad Nigeria is, they will never be affected as much as ordinary person would. Do you get that now? You know that mentality that these ones, God don't settle their own case. These ones they already made. You know that kind of mentality, yeah? That belief, there are some Nigerians that you will know that you say, oh, these ones, yeah. Because if you are talking about armed robbery, you can't rob them. They have all the security, they have all the money, they have all the, they are out, what I'm talking about. So in 2021, we were told in 2020 that from 2021, you will begin to see some of them go missing, killed. I'm talking about very powerful one now. I'm not talking about just, the ones that are readily known from your own village, in towns and all of that. I'm talking about those that you will never believe. Let me give you an example. If you receive the news that Alaafin of Oyo has been kidnapped, how are you going to feel as a Yoruba man? Well, even if you are not from Oyo, the shock, the horror, the reaction. Do you know what I'm talking about? These are part of this will be part of their campaigns in 2021 to 2023 for those of you waiting for 2023. I hope you get it. Okay? I hope you get it. You get your 2023 in one piece. But from 2021, highly placed people, politicians, highly protected people, untouchable people, they will begin to go missing. They will begin to get or fall victims of kidnapping. Some will be killed. Areas, villages, towns that you will never, ever, ever imagine that will ever get attacked. They will begin to witness different attacks. And you begin to wonder, what is going on? Why is this? You know what I mean? All of these are just to spread the normal fear. The fear of, even if you try to fight back, you will be resisted and killed. So it is better for you to submit and let what's going to happen. And when you turn around to your political class, the same fear that the citizens are going to be living with is the same fear that your politicians of today, they will be living with. They will be living with more security. They will be living with more, more fear in their own land. And they will be watching their people killed when they can't do anything. 2021, it will start. And let's see, here we are. Shouldn't you be glad that somehow you have people bold enough to cross that bridge of religion and bridge of politics and other useless excuses that we might want to give why it is not right for you to protect yourselves. The point here is this: Yoruba land is already invaded. It is just a matter of time of when are you going to be seeing it for real. I mean, when are you going to begin to believe it yourself? And the answer to that is time, and very soon you will begin to agree that the politicians won't protect you. Forget about Nigeria. Nigeria won't protect you. Forget about that. Nigeria can't even protect Nigeria. Talk less of Nigerians in Nigeria. Or your government, your politicians won't be able to protect you. They will turn this into politics, I expect. And I don't know what the reaction would be if the Oyo State government, Seyi Makinde, should by any means go ahead and truncate the effort, the momentum, the spirit, the feelings among the young people who are now very much aware of the danger around them. They are discovering them rather than crush them, empower them. They are those who will remain to defend the land when many of your politicians will have to run away. Ask some of those who are shouting in Abuja today. You see all those senators you see in Abuja, all those House of Representative members you see in Abuja, some of those ministers and political appointees in Abuja, including some of these public senior officials or senior public officials in Abuja from northern Nigeria. Some of them no longer go back to the north. It is as bad as that. Imagine you being a representative of a senatorial district that you no longer go to, because if you dare go there, you have to be ready to sacrifice some numbers of people. Some politicians will not be able to go to their villages anymore. Some of them will not be able to come and lie to you politically anymore. They will leave you to the mercy of the killers. So some of them will have to run away too, not any other place but out of Nigeria. So those that will remain are the likes of Sunday Igboho, the likes of those young people who are so aware of the danger, and they are not listening to any political correctness. Political correctness will not save anybody. everybody should know that everything is not right. Even Bokuari, when they were celebrating their, what do they call it? They call it, Armed Forces Remembrance Day, to remember the fallen hero. The hero that fell in Nigeria, they didn't fall for Nigeria. They didn't fall because they are fighting war to save Nigeria. They fell because they were killing their brothers and sisters. They fought a genocidal war that they called civil war. And since then, since 1966, they started celebrating. They started the celebration of Armed Forces Remembrance Day. But everything is not right. The country is half dead. Everything is just, you know what it is. Even spiritually, everybody is struggling. And the animals are not looking, they are not in any way exempted too. Nothing is working. So before everybody get consumed by what they are trying to deny, it is better to tell the government that, listen, don't go after those guys. We don't know what that will turn to. I don't think the government that has no capacity to protect the people from kidnappers who are collecting ransom in Yoruba land, the same people, the same politicians who have no power to protect you from those kidnappers, I don't think they will have the power to stop the young people, or will have the power to control the effect of what they are about to start. If they are also doing the same thing that Nigeria is doing to the Eastern Security Network right now. Nigeria is not spending money to save the lives of Nigerians. Nigeria is spending money to kill the Biafrans who are trying to save themselves from the hands of the terrorists in Nigeria. So if they do that in Yoruba land, I don't think they will be able to handle the consequences of that, because what we have projected is going to happen. They will happen. But when is a waiting game, because the time is so close. Bokuari said they are celebrating remembrance. Remembering who? Remembering people who killed innocent people in Nigeria, or people who died trying to protect what they have no clue about, Nigeria. So they now brought all the birds. They brought the pigeons. They said, okay, yeah, pigeons fly for peace. Fake peace. Fake, you know what I'm talking about? The whole country is half dead. The animals know. Watch this. You must have seen it anyway. But
they fly high and show that our great nation, Nigeria, is in absolute harmony. Insurgency, herdsmen, kidnapping, the nation is closely integrated and living in peace. We will see the birds of pigeon, they fly high soon, signifying we can see them. There they go. There they go. Put your hands together if you will, please. Put your hands together. No? There they go. Anything whitish is signifies peace. Now, His Excellency, the special guest of honor, the reviewing officer, Grand Commander of the Honor, and
I see that was not enough. Watch another one.
For the release of the commemorative pigeons, and thereafter sign the register. The release of the pigeon signifies peace.
This is not the concept.
The release of the pigeons signifies peace and a new dawn. The pigeons and the muzzle. If you are lucky to catch one, you are free to do whatever you want. Yes, they've been caged for too long, so they are used to the cage. They will fly in due course. They've been released.
You see Nigeria anyhowness. Nobody really care about the birds. They just want to do some show off, okay? They expected the birds to fly, the pigeons to fly, just like that. Like when you open the cage for a bird, it flies away. right? Or how can the birds fly? In fact, wait, as if that was not enough, right? Let's go to Wiri. I'll show you another one before I show you another one again. Watch this.
As the governor of Oyo State, and it coincided with a national celebration like we are doing today. The only state that has that kind of privilege is Oyo State. Wonderful, as he now releases the pigeon. Oh my God, the first is released in the presence and appreciation, admiration of the service commander.
Did you see that? Yeah, that's Imo State. They don't really care about, they don't care about anybody, okay? But some people said spiritually that's wrong. They said that's a very, very bad thing. That, you know, pigeons or dove, they symbolizes peace. In your own, for your own eyes, Nigeria get peace. And do you think the killings here and there, the policemen shooting and killing innocent people, the Nigerian soldiers shooting at peaceful protesters, all the birds who watches everything, who watched everything from the sky, do you think they will also be part of your charade, part of your lie, part of your deceit, to make yourself feel like you have peace? Where is the peace? Or do you think the birds, the birds themselves, they don't have their own, commander? It's because some of them, your politicians are just, they are just soulless animals. That when you use animal or you call Nigeria zoo, it is more like insult. It's like an insult to zoo when you call Nigeria zoo. When you call Nigerian politicians animals, it's like you are insulting animals, because animals seems to be better, smarter, and kinder, and they are honest. Do you get that now? How can, how could the chief commander of all the pigeons in Nigeria, who also participated in NSAS, allow other pigeons in Nigeria to pretend with Nigerian government that killed innocent people to show that Nigeria get peace? Which peace? Watch this. As the director of they said, you know, Stingy Pigeons Association of Nigeria. I don't know if that's the right thing anyway. The animals are more passionate. They are not going to be part of your deceit. They won't be. And that is why you watching me tonight should never play any emotional card when it comes to what you can see, rather than what you can see and feel, rather than what you just make up, something you make up to cover up for what you can see, a replacement, an alternative, your own alternative fact called. Nigeria is not working. Yoruba land is bleeding. Imagine if they start, in fact, let me give a quick shout out to my brother there. One sec. It seems I almost missed your super sticker there. Let me bring that on. Thank you very much. Christy, thanks so much for your super sticker. And I'm going to reach out your super chat as well. Great job, my brother. I only get you live once in a while. Much love from New York. Thank you so much, Christy A. I wish I know the full meaning of that and I can add that. So thank you. It's a pleasure having you on with me tonight. And yeah, an happy new year. Because first time this year, like you said. Be worried, be concerned, be bothered, so that you don't become a victim too. Some of us, I don't have any father. I don't have my father anymore. I don't have my mom anymore. they are both late. And therefore, maybe if I take any risk of going to Nigeria, knowing what I know, and anything happens, right? I won't have any of them to break their heart, you know, that old age. Look at that old man from that village, the video you watched just now. Old man, oh, that possibly so happy to have his son back from Germany after a long, God knows, some of you are living outside now. That's why you should be worried. And that is why everybody should know that security business is everybody's business. And in Nigeria, it is a different ball game. As long as the politicians are not affected, or maybe those who are slightly better, those who call themselves rich in Nigeria, as long as they are not really affected. Some of you also believe that once you have money, just get yourself security. I do believe that too, until I realized that there are those, you know, there's this level that the insecurity will get to, okay? That even your policeman, having a policeman in your car with gun is actually your own license to get killed, okay? Because the first thing that will happen is that once they know that you have a security, they will shoot everybody. They've done it. They have been doing it, okay? So that puts you in more risk. So no safety. Your money will attract what will happen to you, even if you don't have money. Traveling in public, public transportation, you can get stopped. People have been stopped and kidnapped while they are traveling. You read about that all the time. Do you get what I mean? So the fear there is that how do you want to wait until probably that happens, or to somebody you know? Then you will begin to believe that, or you are going to play the political correctness card, and any other person can do it. It must not be that person. And you know what I mean? I'm asking you. It is the right thing to ask, and it is the right thing to do. When I ask you that, where are your politicians? They are paid to protect you. But because they are part of Nigeria right now, their hands have been tied, okay? They may be willing to do something, but they are limited in what they can do. Take, for example, this same Oyo State, where Amotekun gave us breaking news of how they swept an entire 3 local governments off of the Fulani terrorists, illegal Fulani terrorists. Now, we wanted to commend them, but because they are, Amotekun has command and control, therefore, it's easier for you to know who are those in charge. All of a sudden, the story changed, and that still baffles me. Honestly speaking, it baffles me. You know what I mean? You will say, oh, maybe having the political power and not having the political will to make any difference is not different from not having the political power. So those who are parading themselves as political leaders in Yoruba land, do they want to wait until school children are being kidnapped in Yoruba land? Until kidnappers walks into churches and they say, well, because all these things are possible. They are currently calling it Fulani farmers clashes. That is how it has always been for the past 5 years in Yoruba land. But that was what they told them in Benue too. But they are dealing with something worse and more than that now. They are now, they are now obviously sure that it's just beyond. People just wanted to graze, or they wanted to feed their cows. It's more than that. It's deeper than that. So do you want to wait? Do you actually want to wait until that happens before you think, man, this is mad. This is crazy. We need to react. We need to do something. Because that would be my own question. Do we want to wait till they start telling you that you're Christian? Well, you know, one thing is that it's so bad. It's so bad that we're so okay in the southern Nigeria that being a Muslim, being a Christian is not really an issue. Not generally. You know what I'm talking about? You walk into a Yoruba family meeting, and you see imam, you will see bishop, you see pastor. You even see the one that is also Mamalawo and Babalawo and Bobolawo as well. Everybody, people doing their own thing. They know themselves in their family, and they are in the same family. Do you get what I'm talking about? And there's no rancor. They are doing family meeting. In the same family, extended family, they will say, oh, that family, they are Muslims. Our own family, we are Christian, but we are all the same family in the same family. No problem. No animosity. no hatred, no, what do you call it? No dream of killing ourselves because of religion. And that is quickly disappearing, by the way. You can tell today is about whether you are not Christian enough, or you are not Muslim enough, or you are not, you know what I'm talking about. All these things are now crawling into Yoruba land. But again, we are still holding steadfast, even though we have fanatics among us in Yoruba land. You know, the likes of Murik. You know, Murik is politics, Sha. Some of you know, Sha, that Murik is politics. Murik is not Islam. It's nothing to do with Islam and all of that. The guy that is pushing the Murik nonsense, do you actually know that? Do you know it's actually politics? Man must chop mental stuff, yeah? But yes, there are people who believe in that because they make money from it. And it's been like that for years, by the way. It's just now that this whole idea of how Murik is sounding is becoming so hot to us. Like, are you mad, Baba? Are you the craze? What are you talking about? So the point I'm trying to make is that we had no problem with who you worship or what you worship in, for example, in Yoruba land, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim. Everybody just leave. Everybody just maintain. You will see Joshua dating Aisha. Sure, you know what I'm talking about. They know that Aisha's father is Imam. Joshua's dad is a pastor. They know there may be a problem, but there may be no problem. They will talk about it. You know what I'm talking about? It will not lead to two families killing themselves, like it will happen in northern Nigeria, by the way, because this is no joke. It happens. But the problem now is that you now have people who are already in there, who are going to say or call you infidel, question that your religion, and they can kill you for it. And they're already everywhere. So poverty is everywhere too. They are giving money to this to all our local mosques, sponsoring, giving them money. And before you know it, this is the recruiting cell we're talking about. And once they have enough number of compromised Yoruba Islamic scholar that can help them spread the message, just same thing going on right now. There you go. That's it. Gone. Done for. But the current reality is that it is not religious fight now. It is actually a criminal fight, where some criminals have this entitlement that they can move into Yoruba land as elsewhere and settle, and you shouldn't question them. Well, they haven't really been questioned for a long time, because if they have been questioned for why they are settling on illegal land that doesn't belong to them, right? If they have been questioned before now, probably we won't have a Seriki Fulani. You will not be hearing all these strange words about the Fulani villages, Bororo villages in Oyo State, Yoruba land. Do you understand that now? If people have been questioning them. But until now, okay, no one was questioning them until they began killing, kidnapping, going to people's farms, kill them if you fight them, if you try to stop them from, marching their cows on your farm, you get killed. Then you have people who are standing up to fight that, who have the capacity to mobilize the young people who have the energy, the stamina, the courage enough to go after them. Did you see how they were running away in that video? They had to. That building, that uncompleted building that you saw in that video was where they've been holding their captives. They have kidnapped robbers. They have kidnapped They have kidnapped ordinary citizens. They have kidnapped lecturers. They've kidnapped, Yorubas in Yoruba land who paid ransoms to be freed. They have raped those they kidnapped, including men. Imagine you, man, you a man, you get kidnapped. You feel like, oh God, I pray they won't kill me. I pray that they won't kill me. So you are ready to pay ransom. Then these raggedy guys grabbed you because they can do that to you. You are not, you are not gay. Then you get raped. I'm telling you about true life stories. They violate you as a man. Do you really think after paying that ransom, after they release you, do you really think you remain the same again? Psychologically, the trauma. What about women who got raped repeatedly? Some of them will never come out to tell their stories. Those who came out to tell their stories, they told the stories of how they were sexually assaulted, abused, only for them to drop the line that ended up being the saving grace. I'll tell you a few, if I can, if time permits me on this conversation tonight. Do you really want to be a victim before you agree that a serious mad situation like this also deserves a mad approach, I would say, and that you should not be cherry picking when you are dealing with animals who gives no damn about you. They came in not because they want to. They came in not because they want to make the land or the area better. They came in just simply because they want to make the areas and the people living in the areas and their lives worse. And that's exactly what they are doing. Do you really want to wait till they start doing it on a very larger scale? I mean, on a bigger form, whereby it will become, it's already a bigger form, because whenever a life is lost, when you listen to that video I shared with you earlier, where the family of the deceased, the man that returned from Germany, imagine that. I mean, I don't even know how to take that in. Imagine me making some money in this country, yeah, and I put the money together because I love my community. I want to go back home. I'm getting older. I want to go back home. I want to employ the young people there. I want to start a mechanized farming legally, right? I want to do all of that, only to get back home to fall into the hands of marauding criminals that may likely take me away and take my life away. So if someone like Sunday Igboho now comes to my rescue, would I want to now judge Sunday Igboho for guaranteeing me safety that the government that I'm going to pay tax to won't give me? I just hope the rumor is rumor and it will remain a rumor. Okay, so the likes of Sunday Igboho and all the young people encouraged to stand up, that are already standing up. You guys are doing the Lord's work, okay? And another thing is this, guys, don't fight yourselves, okay? I am, at the liberty of what I say, but I am not in total or in any control of how people interpret what I say, okay? So you don't need to fight anyone who probably misunderstood anything, okay? So we want the government of Yoruba land to protect Sunday Igboho, not just Sunday Igboho, to protect every young man, every young man and woman, the young men and women who are standing up in different communities in Yoruba land, who are saying, and who are saying enough, who are also standing up to protect themselves. So instead of going after them, I don't want to be reading the news that Sunday Igboho is arrested. What would you arrest him for? I can tell you authoritatively that yes, there are pressure mounting after the videos of Sunday Igboho leading people into forest, chasing down the Fulani terrorists, gun for gun, fire for fire. All these videos are not really going down well with the people in Abuja, sincerely. Okay, it's not going down with them. And it's not going down with, it's not going well with those who are also, they are jealous in Yoruba land, your political class. To them, number one, it's taking shine off them, making them look like they are irresponsible, which they are. They are not responsible people. Then number two, it's also making them feel like they can't protect the Fulanis in Yoruba land, which is a sin. If you want to succeed politically in Yoruba, Nigeria of today, as long as the Boko Haram and the rest control what they control today, you must be ready to protect all Fulanis in your state, or else your state will be declared as one of the states that is hostile to Fulanis, and you know what that means? It will cost you politically. So we won't want them to sacrifice Sunday Igboho. I don't know how the news is going to be taken. I don't know how they're going to go about that, but there is pressure. There are pressures from different corners. There have been requests on social media that he should be arrested. Arrested for what? I have seen Yorubas who have also supported that he should be arrested. For what? He should be arrested for what? For stopping kidnappers who are taking people and collecting ransom from them. He should be arrested for going after people that your police won't go after. He should be arrested for the people, for going after the people that you won't go after. I don't understand. Olatunji, my brother, sir, I've seen your super sticker too. I'm going to acknowledge it. And I'm going to read your super chat. Maiyegun, I always feel so happy whenever I join your live show. However, I always share all your sermon with all my Nigeria contacts. Hope they will listen and act fast before it will be too late. Especially our brothers and sisters in Yoruba land, the Adorun Motitos. You know, say, Korima share Olomo Adorun Motito, Omo Adorun Motito. Bá tètè gbọ́ ohun tí Maiyegun bá ẹ sọ, Ọmọ Adorun Motito, Ọmọ Adorun Motito. I hope you won't be that child that will know the truth or will realize the truth, or we have to accept the truth at the point of no return, at the point of death. That is why I keep saying that you don't want to be the victim before you will agree that something needed to be done. And we have always been saying, let's do something, let's do something. Some of you are even saying, Maiyegun, why don't you go back to Nigeria and do it? Okay, I can't go back to Nigeria and do it because you have the numbers of those of you who are already trapped in there, who are going to be the victims, first victims, who needed to defend yourselves without, you don't have to wait for Maiyegun to come back to defend you. You are going to be the ones to be kidnapped. You are going to be the ones whose farms are going to be ransacked. Your farms are going to be destroyed. Your parents are going to fall victims on their ways to farm. I don't have any father or any mother, but I feel concerned for you. So if you now think you need me to come back home before you realize that, then maybe you don't have a clue of the danger you are in. So I'm not going to waste my time on you. You, because we have those who knows the danger. Those who will not wait for Maiyegun. Let me show you them again. Maybe you have no idea. We have those who are not waiting for Maiyegun before they will do something. They will go out there and they will defend themselves. They won't even wait for your political leaders. They won't wait for your pastors. They won't wait for your imams. They won't wait for your obas and all of them all to come together and make a position or take a position. They are already out there because they know that they are going to be the victims. Before they kill any of your oba, or before they kill it, well, unfortunately, they have actually started killing our oba, but before they kill any of our paramount rulers, they would have killed so many of us first. So yeah, some of you, they would have killed you, kidnapped you. Then, before it gets to your governor, gets to your senators and the rest of them. So these guys didn't wait for Maiyegun. You don't need to wait for me. Come on. If you want to stay alive, you will do whatever it takes to stay alive. Okay? With or without Maiyegun. Maybe you should make my own message a clarion call. These guys didn't wait for Maiyegun. Watch it.
Hold up. Àwọn Fúlàní náà ni wọ́n sá lọ lọ́nà wí. Ẹ wo wọn.
Gbọ́dọ̀ tó èdè.
Ẹ bá a sọ́kọ́ o, wọ́n ti ẹ̀ wo.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ni ẹ ti ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu àwọn aráàlú gbèlú ní ìlú Ìgọ̀gọ̀ nínú pàlàpàlà uncompleted building tí àwọn ajínigbé Fúlàní Bòròró tí wọ́n ti ń gba owó lọ́yàn tó tún máa pààyàn níbẹ̀. Inú building náà ni bàbá ní wọ̀ báyìí. Ẹ bọ́ ṣáájú.
Hold on.
Àwọn Fúlàní náà ni wọ́n sá lọ lọ́nà wí.
Ẹ wo wọn. Àṣẹ́bí ìlà òwèrè wá sàpamọ́ sí lóòótọ́. Àṣẹ́bí ni wọ́n àrọ́ sí lóòótọ́.
Wọ́n ti lé wọn lọ. Wọ́n ti lé wọn lọ.
Àwọn ni wọ́n lé lọ. Ibi lẹ́yìn ọ̀gá
wọ́n ti gba 6 million lọ́wọ́ yẹn.
6 million bíbá yìí.
Wọ́n ti gba 6 million tá tí gbogbo aráàlú yọ̀ mọ̀ pé mí ìnáwó wà.
Ibi wọ́n ń gbé bọ̀ ní.
ẹni tí wọ́n jí gbé gan kò mọ bí wọ́n gbóhùn sí. Pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run. Pẹ̀lú agbára Ọlọ́run. Pẹ̀lú ìrànlọ́wọ́ yín sà.
Kẹ́yìn náà kẹ́ dìde kò ṣe fún kọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kọ́ máa rí yín mọ́. Ó ya aṣáájú ti wà báyìí ó yẹ gbéra kẹ́ dìde. Ó ṣàgbé náà. Aṣáájú ti wà ẹ dìde kẹ́ support.
Aláwọ̀ ni wọ́n lọ ní àwọn tú ni. Adébáyé wọ́n tú ni. Àwọn ni wọ́n lé lójú odò ni wọ́n tú gidigidi eré burúkú o. Adébáyé ni wọ́n àsàpamọ́ sí. Ilé wọn ní. Ibi tó wà ní. Alága abẹ́lé rà.
Káàbọ̀ sí ìtọ́.
Inú lẹ́tà wọ̀ yìí. Ilé tí wàá gbé.
So they didn't wait for Maiyegun. I just needed to reshare that with you and let you watch the full video. There are some other videos that I can share with you. And, you know, I mean, if we really want to come back on Maiyegun's diary YouTube, okay, or else we'll be shut down. And I don't want that to happen. Some very, 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 very bad videos where the Fulanis did very, very bad things to people. I'm talking about, you know, people's skulls being cut opened because they were attacked by Fulani terrorists. I've got them here, but I can't share them without getting banned on social media. I mean, you know the rule. And I don't know, maybe that is what it will take for an average Yoruba person to really understand the danger of being part of Nigeria. You see, all of these things, all of this whole madness going on, that's still, you know, it's going to really get bad. I feel bad having to say that to you all the time, that it's going to get bad. It's going to get whatever I say today. If I come back tomorrow, I'm going to give you another update that is going to even make today's news a bit better. Do you understand that? So it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And the reason for that is simply because when you leave a wound untended, yeah, when you leave a wound untended, it will fester, and then what will happen? It will begin to go rotten. When it goes rotten, it goes bad. When it goes bad, it goes. I'm sorry. When it goes rotten, it goes bad, and that's it. It will likely probably lead to an amputation. Yes, amputation and cutting off of that part. That is what Nigeria is. There are criminals who, because they believe or they have this mentality that the whole land belongs to them. I mean, it's a mentality. If it's not a mentality, why would you go to a place where commercially you are not adding value? You have no means of surviving. You have no means of taking care of your family. But you still bring them anyway to the land that you didn't buy. Only for you to build yourself some shanties there, because nobody sees you, or people won't get to know in time, or they're likely not going to ask you. Then how do you survive? You have no money, you have no nothing. Then you resort to crime. Going into people's homes to steal from them, or going to the motorway, in this case, to kidnap people and take money from them. Like, how is that even sense? How does that even make sense? No Yoruba man will go to any people's place and just take land and then start kidnapping people to make money to survive. And you have to accept this reality. You need to take that in. And what I actually want to add is, the danger is real, and it is because you are part of Nigeria. You can report them. The law can't arrest them. The law can't jail them. The law will even come after you. You will be arrested for God knows whatever, make your life miserable, put you in jail until you die or until you forget about why you are even in jail. So by the time they release you, the fear of going back there to ask the similar question again or to try to defend yourself again would have enveloped you. It's because you are part of Nigeria. A state governor who is concerned, who receives security reports every now and then, would be expected to react. At least if I'm a state governor, and I receive a security report about the activities of these terrorists and all these criminals, at least the first thing that will come to my mind, the right thing to do is to put a team in place and to go after those terrorists in any way we can and keep the people safe. That should be the primary thing. But in Nigeria, the governor needed to first ask, are you sure? Are you sure they are Fulanis? Yes, sir, they are Fulanis. Oh. They have so. Are you sure they have guns? Okay, do you know any Fulani general that we can call? That maybe, because I don't want to send people there now and they will feel like we are attacking Fulanis. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe that is the current state of mind of all those who are ruling Yoruba land. Governors, so deputy governors, so and other dunderhead parading themselves as decision makers for Yoruba land. So they leave the problem in the process. Do you get that now? Or they gloss over it. They gloss over it. They gloss over it. They make it look like it's not that bad. Or they make it look like they are acting on it. We are working on it, even though they are not doing anything on it. So when they now see someone, or when they see people reacting or doing something about it, yeah, then they will feel intimidated. Like, why are you doing our job for us? We will protect the people. We are doing everything to protect the people. What? Have you arrested the criminals? No. Oh, yes, we arrested them, but we realized that they are not criminals. They are vigilantes. How can vigilantes be? When did they even have vigilantes, Fulani vigilantes in Yoruba land that the governor didn't know about? How? Then, okay, fine. How come the vigilantes were shooting at Amotekun? Didn't they know that Amotekun exists for almost, for over a year now? So did they not hear about Amotekun and they are doing security protecting people? Okay. Okay. How come they are carrying the ID card of Miyeti instead of the ID card of the government of the state where they are doing vigilante, or the ID card of the federal government? If you have, if federal government of Nigeria has anything like a vigilante, now a federal vigilante group, because there is nothing like federal vigilante group. There is nothing like a Oyo State vigilante group that includes the Fulani meant to be vigilantes in Yoruba land. They took the land, they are committing crime in the axis where they have managed to seize land, and the government reacted, the clashes ensued, and before you know it, they killed 7 of them. But government came back and said, no, we didn't kill them. I mean, the people we killed are not Fulani terrorists. They are in fact good businessmen and brothers and sisters who are providing security for our Yoruba brothers in that area. How does that make you feel? You prefer that to people who actually goes out there and look out for the Fulani terrorists? I mean, those who are kidnapping people. Come on, guys. This shouldn't make you feel so bad. That every time they talk about Fulani terrorists, it's sounding like they're talking about your religion. Come on, come off it. Come off it. You know what I'm talking about? Crime knows no tribe. Criminals abound from all tribes, including Yoruba land. And you will be shocked that if security, the real security men are allowed to do their job, right? Honestly speaking, you will see the mixture of all manner of tribe in all these crimes going on in Nigeria. all across. I mean, being sincere now, I'm just being sincere. But you and I know that the security will not do their job, because the security guys are the real, they are the real job. They are the real terrorists. But their own is that they are licensed, legalized terrorists. Soldiers can walk into your street and shoot and kill as many as they want, and they can claim that you are all, they were looking for somebody who stole a gun from a soldier, and that's why they shot and killed about 20 people. So sorry about that. We didn't find the gun. The criminals is the community. Blame the community. They allow criminals to come here, and that's why we're looking for our gun. That's why we kill 20 people. That's a useless country where you live in, because you are used to that, Abi. That's called the license killing, legalized terrorism. Policemen can kidnap you on the street for doing nothing, withdraw the money in your bank, put you in jail without any court, right? For months, and even kill you, and nobody will ask him, until probably you find a friend on social media that will help you tell the whole world. Then we'll, gloat about that, and another day, it happened again. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Those are the legalized terrorists. Then you have the unofficial terrorists, those ones who are also enjoying the immunity, the cover, okay, the exemption from arrest and prosecution. So if any of you make any mistake anywhere and arrest any terrorist, you have to hand them over to the police, the legal terrorist. The legal terrorists will hand them over to DSS, another legal police. The legal spy police, the spy terrorist police, DSS, the Secret Service, they will now put these arrested terrorists they will put them through rehabilitation. They will feed them, clothe them, bathe them, give them money. And after a few months, they will release them back into the society as repentant terrorists. You see, you that you like to arrest terrorists or complain about terrorists or complain about bad governance, you are a terrorist. That is the mentality in Nigeria. Think about that. So what does that, where does that leave you? Because I'm going to do a broadcast. I'm going to do some series on the economic consequences of the continued silence of Yorubas, especially the rich Yorubas in this phase of insecurity. Some of them don't know the economic consequences of this invading terrorists. It is beyond you being kidnapped and then paying ransom. It is beyond you being kidnapped and just being killed. It is beyond just them going into farms and then raiding farms. It is more than that. The consequences of what is coming will be so calamitous for Yoruba land that maybe, I hope it won't be too late. Okay, I hope it won't be too late for some of you then to know that whoever stands up to stop this right now, you may not like them. You may not even like their personality. You may not even agree with their approaches and all of that. They are doing you a great favor that the rich, those politicians and those powerful people in Yoruba land, in southern Nigeria, those who are benefiting from Nigeria are currently shying away from. Okay? So when you see Sunday Igboho in the forest, don't let that your emotion, okay, rob you of the reality that is happening. If Yoruba land is safe, Sunday Igboho will be driving all his cars everywhere, possibly, being guided as well by the security, because he has his own security too. No matter how you feel about him, Nigeria is the country that Nigeria gave him security. When I was in Nigeria, I visited him. He has his own security guys who are carrying guns for him. Policemen, Nigerian policemen who are carrying guns for him. They are protecting him. So which means that Sunday Igboho is more protected than so many people is going into the bush to protect. So that's the reality. It means that if Yoruba land is that safe as they are telling you, you will not see people in the bush running after criminals who have no identity. So if your politicians are going to abandon you, please do not make them make you crucify those who want to abandon you. I hope that makes sense to you. I'm going to draw the curtains here now. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow, so I may see you late tomorrow, or I'll see you on Tuesday. However, I have this message this message for all of you, my Yoruba brothers and sisters, especially those of you who are not living in Nigeria. I'm going to close it with this statement. Sherry Ogedembaje, gbogbo wa ń sọ wípé ó ń pọ́n, àkọ́ńbá ilé ara ẹ̀ jẹ́. Idà ń ba ilé ara ẹ̀ jẹ́, ó lóun ń ba àkọ́ jẹ́. Sherry àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe olórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, tí wọ́n ń fi ọwọ́ yọ̀bọ́kẹ́, tí wọ́n ń fi ọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ, tí wọ́n fi ń mú ètò ìròyìn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìdáàbòbò ọ̀rọ̀ security tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa èyí. Kí àwọn bàbá yẹn tó di victims, àwa ara wa, especially àwa tí a ò sí ní Nàìjíríà yìí, tí a feel like ìgbà tẹ́ pé a wà far away, àwa ni ó yẹ kí a ta gìrì. Ṣé àwọn tí à ń rí tí wọ́n ń dìde yẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn ni àwọn tí wọ́n agree pé wàhálà wà. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí a darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ wọ́n sínú iná, àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ sọ wọ́n sí abẹ́ trailer nítorí political interest títí wọn. Because bí mo ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, politically kò wà profitable fún anybody láti publicly come out kó wá condemn Fúlàní nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, even though tí wọ́n bá fún wọn ní evidence, bí wọ́n ṣe ń rí evidence àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe àgbákò àwọn Fúlàní tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa èyí. Àwọn abẹ́rò pé àwọn olórí Yorùbá ò kì í gbọ́ gbogbo ìròyìn tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa èyí, abẹ́rò pé wọ́n mọ gbogbo ìròyìn tá à ń sọ yìí, wọ́n kúkú ń gbọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni bá bọ́ síta nínú wọn, tó bọ́ síta pẹ̀lú ìgboyà, tó sọ òótọ́ pé àwọn Fúlàní yìí wọ́n ti wọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, kí gbogbo Yorùbá dìde, politically kò wà profitable. Therefore, gbogbo wọn ń pa inú wọn mọ́, Ọmọ Yorùbá ò bá wà ní ìgbèkùn Fúlàní tó ń pọ̀ kàkà ikú lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, wọ́n ń pa inú wọn mọ́, Ṣé àwọn tí wọ́n ń dìde tí à ń rí yẹn, àwọn ni ọmọ akin, ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí èmi àti ìwọ tí a ò gbọdọ̀ jù sínú iná. Tí wọ́n bá ń sọ wọ́n sínú iná, a ò gbọdọ̀ jù wọ́n sínú iná. Sunday Igboho, bó tiẹ̀ láìkí òkúta tọ́pọ̀ wọ́n ní pé òkúta tí ọ̀mọ̀lé kọ̀ sílẹ̀ ló fẹ́ padà dégun ilé yẹn o. Tún máa ríra. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Sorry if you don't understand the Yoruba there. I had to do that. And I'm actually going to be doing more of that too. I want to speak to my friends, my brothers and sisters, more in Yoruba, especially if that would probably let the message hit home better. I'll work more on that, okay? We need to. Thank you so much to every one of you for your time tonight. Thanks so much for the sharing. Thanks so much for the comments. Remember, you also need to take off this chat. And if you enjoy my broadcast tonight, before you go, close the chat and go on there and click on that thumb up. Yeah, use that. Go on there now and give me that like. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed on Maiyegun's Diary, please do. That means you won't miss anything. Well, take me to 20,000 subscribers this week. You know why? We are just about 500 away. You are just one subscriber away, I'll say. So if you drop your own subscription, and you can also be members of Maiyegun's Diary Politico, yeah, you can join my, paying members too. I've got these amazing guys who have been there, never left. Thank you to all of you. So go on, use that like button. If you enjoyed my broadcast tonight, use it, tap it. Yeah, I'm going to see them later. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and you should have a wonderful night. Remember this, subscribe.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Díjọ́ ìgbádìí yẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra jù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ra kì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀.